Suddhananda divyaistavaihi vedaisaṅgapadakramopanishadaihi gāyantiyam samagāha dhyanavastitadgatena manasaha pashyantiyam yoginaha yasyantam navidusura suraganaha devaya tasmai. Arjuna uvaca sannyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam ca samsasi yashreyayetayorekam tanme bruhi sunischitam. Sannyasa karma yogasya nishreyasa karabhuvo tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate gyeyasa nitya sannyasi Yona dveshti na kankshati nirdvando hi mahabaho sukham vandhat pramuchyate. So in the name of knowledge, if somebody completely gives up the action, he shall be losing out on both the counts. Neither the knowledge shall come, nor he shall be fit to live a normal life in this world. That must be very clearly understood. That is why sometimes people becomes ubhayavrashta. Ubhayavrashta means losing on both the counts. Because the person has become religious, as he goes on emphasizing that knowledge alone will solve the problem. But because he is not prepared for this knowledge, neither he knows himself, and because he has already renounced all actions, neither he becomes somebody who is enjoying his life in the world. That is how the person becomes ubhayavrashta. Both way he loses on both the counts. Therefore, kevala karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. So, karma yoga, whereas the person who is living with right attitude, doing every action, that may be the beginning, that is definitely not the end, but the person at least is not deluded. He gains something to live by in life, and because of his attitude, there is some relative peace in life. But in the name of knowledge, when the person has given up all the actions, not only he doesn't achieve anything in this world, but also cannot counteract his own thoughts, impressions, which he has gathered for so many years in his life. Therefore, watch out. And then, we have seen it elaborate in the morning class, okay? So, that is where you can put yourself and see. Having listened to this knowledge even for a day, one lecture, few lectures, do you grasp it? If you don't, fix your head. Of course, the teaching must be proper. Huh? Taking for granted the teacher is right and teaching is right. Then only you can put yourself into test. Suppose the teacher is goofy, teaching is goofy, and if you don't understand, of course you should not understand. What is there to understand? But if the person clearly appreciate that happiness is my nature, just like in your Tattva introductory classes, as you see. Very, very important. The person to be introduced to himself. To be introduced to yourself, a new identity is not created. Are you getting that? This is a very simple logic. To introduce you to somebody, do I create you? To introduce you to this flower, do I create this flower? The flower is already existing. I am only introducing you to you. So to introducing you to yourself, can I create something about you which you are not? Then what introduction? It's creation. You get that point? To introduce somebody to somebody else or something else, that something or somebody must be already existing. So there is no question of the teacher introducing you to a dimension which is non-existent. It's already there. So introducing you to yourself means taking you beyond the layers of identity. Bas. Instead of taking you beyond the layers of identity, if I give you another new identity, what type of teaching is that? And the person, suppose, doesn't understand, gets further confused. Can you blame the person? The teacher who has destroyed the student. That is why even after years of following, years of class, attending classes, listening to the talks, the person is still confused. With a simple thing the person doesn't understand, doesn't learn, doesn't know how to look at himself unencumbered, without any roles, without an identity, without any thoughts whatsoever. The knowledge is the simplest. Being with yourself, that is why emphasis. So much emphasis is given on the knowledge. But when you are given this, instead of preparing yourself for that simple existence, instead of helping you to appreciate that simple reality, the person wants to give an exotic identity. Nobody can help you. Even like the joke goes, one day, call it man or woman, if you say, if it's a woman, sexist. If it's a man, it's sexist. Now, what example can you give? Either you have to give a man or a woman, no. Anyway, so it's a person. What is the person? Anyway, either of the way you decide. Let's take a woman or a man, you decide whichever one like. I give the example of a woman. So the woman was one day happy. You can take it man also. Both way you can see. Now, the reason is sometimes people are so gender sensitive. If you tell one word, the other person flares up. Why only women? Why only men? And then whom else a donkey? It's like a mullah. Somebody went to mullah and asked, "Hey, mullah, give me some sweet." For what? You have got a child. Huh? Then then mullah says, the boy asked, mullah was very happy, giving some sweet. Then say, what is the occasion? I have got a child. Boy or a girl? How did you know? What else can it be? So it can be either of the two. So simply giving an example, either it will be a man or a woman. Something somewhere you have to give an example. No. Anyway, so you can make it any way you like. So this woman goes there, and as she was an actress, as she was walking on the beach, she came across a bottle. And as the story goes, there is a jinn inside. So he picks up that bottle with that spirit, the jinn, J-I-N-N, he picks up the spirit, then he opens it, the jinn comes out. And as the tradition is, the jinn asks, tell me whatever is your command. Your command is my wish. What do you expect? What do you want me to do? He said, I want to be a very beautiful woman. I want to have the hair of Elizabeth Taylor, the body of maybe Sophia Loren, and the legs of maybe, Bridget Bardot, or some nonsense, some three. I want to have that. The jinn, the spirit, thought for a few minutes and he said, All right, put me back into the bottle. I can't do it. Because you want somebody's head, somebody's tail, somebody's hand, man. How is it possible? You can make it about an actor also. But same thing, how do you expect all these things to happen? These have everything. The person is not able to prepare. There is nothing, no ingredient. If you are not at all ready for this knowledge, now you want to know that I am the Brahman, the Absolute. It doesn't work. The person must be ready to be because this is simple. What is to be understood is in this simple knowledge, in this knowledge of the Absolute, there is nothing to do. And that makes people desperate. With that, they don't have to do anything. Literally, this wind is taken out of your cell. You are finished. That you cannot do anything. For your liberation, you cannot do anything. Can you believe it? For your happiness, you need not do anything. For your fulfillment, you need not do anything. Why? Because you are already happy, already happiness. How is it? Is it really so? Yes, in any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. So that is why, if your mind is still encumbered, if your mind is still obsessed with the idea that your happiness lies with a sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight, you will never understand happiness is yourself. Simple contradiction. If your mind is still stuck on certain thing, are you getting that? If your mind is still stuck on something, either it is please understand, you create your own contradiction. You create your own obstacle. Because if you are bent upon one obsession, that this sound makes me feel happy. Only if the peacock sings during the class, then only it is nice. If only I can touch something hot or cold, then only it will be nice. If I can taste something or eat something, see something or smell something, then only my life is fulfilled. Now what will happen? You are sitting, if only I can talk to somebody, so all the time on the cell phone. Nowadays cell phone is something, is like a Sudarsana chakra. There cannot be Vishnu without a chakra. There can Krishna without the flute. Krishna, so today you cannot see people without the what is that? Cell phone. All the time, hello, hello, hello. What are you talking to? And especially in brahmachari lifestyle, when you are a student, whom are you talking about what? What are you discussing? When I ask certain things, that when you are a student, it is better you do everything. Why? When you grow up, you do what you want to do. Nobody will tell you anything. When you are learning driving, please understand, when you are elbowed, what the instructor says? Left, left. Keep to your left, as though going to the right is a crime. Keep to your left. Change the first gear, then second gear, then third gear, then fourth gear. By chance you go to second, noise. First gear I told you, no? Then go to second, then the third. Left. Right. Put your hand out. See the signal right side. Now when you become top driver, do you follow that method? You can overtake in the left, you can overtake in the right, you can go on the slow speed, you can go in the high speed, you can do anything you like. Any speed. Why? You are safe driver. You can go straight to the second, fast for a second, then tick, 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 move on, third, fourth, nothing more less than that. Why? It's driver. That is why when you are engaging yourself in the studies, it's nice to give up everything. Then that becomes your testing ground. I don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have to be with somebody in a computer. Understand anything. You are with something. You look at yourself. Ultimately, you have to be responsible. Are you obsessed with something? What is obsession? You cannot live without it for a few days. You cannot live without it. Suppose you do not talk in the phone, restless. You don't touch the telephone, computer, restless. You don't particularly, do something, you'll be restless. But you have no restlessness if you are not writing a note. You have no restlessness if you are not listening to something. You have no restlessness if you are not doing maybe asanas. Whatever is to be done, by not doing it, you are not restless. But whatever is need not be done, by not doing it, you are very restless. That is what obsession is all about. That is why you look at yourself. I am just giving you the hints. You look at yourself. Because the preparation is not there. Simply giving up the action. Why? I am a Jnana Marga, Jnana Yogi. Jnana Yogi. The Karma Yogi, only they will do action. I am a Jnana Yogi. So Jnana Yogi means what? Doing nothing. Simply sitting and talking about it. No. You will be the most dangerous person in the world. That is what Bhagavan says. Do you know why? Who is a sannyasi? Not karma sannyasi. Kevala karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Understand those words very nicely. Karma action is not fit for action is not the right vehicle for the absolute knowledge. Why? You know the logic. Karma purusatantratvat, jnana vastutantratvat. Action is dependent on the human being. Kartum sakyam, akartum sakyam, anyathava akartum sakyam. You can do it, you need not do it, you can do it as you like. That is action. Dependent on man, person. Jnana vastutantra, knowledge is dependent upon the object. Therefore, you cannot say, I can know it, I need not know it, or I can know it as something else. This is a flower. You cannot say, I can know it as a rose, I need not know it, I can know it as a, hibiscus, I need not know it as a hibiscus, or I can know it as a rose. No. If it is a hibiscus, you have to know it as a hibiscus. In the knowledge, there is no choice. Why? Vastutantra. It depends on the object. Same thing. Knowing about yourself, you can't say, I can know myself, I need not know myself, or I can know myself as anybody else. That is why you are in confused state. Because you have known yourself as somebody else. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the thought. That is why you are confused. Knowledge must be as I am. Jnana vastutantra. So action is not going to help. Since action is not going to help, where the action is not going to help? In knowing yourself, not in keeping yourself alive. So karma, in the affairs of the knowledge of yourself is invalid. But karma to keep you going is valid. Therefore karma sannyasa means headache. When you give up the karma, are you getting that? When you give up the karma, knowledge doesn't come, life also becomes useless. This is where ubhayavrashta. Many people come to join the religious fold of the religion in the name of searching for the absolute. Karma sannyas, they give up everything. Neither the knowledge comes, nor the world comes. Completely wasted. And those are the people who shall be very rigid on everything. Very sarcastical, very cynical. Because whatever they have not got by the knowledge or wisdom, they'll try to do it by some type of stupid declarations. So watch out. Now he gives you definition. Who is a sannyasi? The person who has given up the karma action is not a sannyasi. Sannyasi is an attitude. Gyeya sa nitya sannyasi. Sa nitya sannyati gyeya gyatavya. That person to be known as a sannyasi, who? Yaha, whoever he may be. Na dveshti na kankshati. Na dvesham kurvati na kankshati. Neither he desires anything. Na kankshati. Na kinchit kankshati. Dukha sukhe tat sadhane. The person has no desire. No dvesha, no akanksha. Na dveshti. Gyeya nitya sannyasi. Understand him to be a sannyasi, that person. Who is he? Whoever he may be. Please see that beautiful. Not that Indian, that Hindu, that Muslim, or that Christian, that man or woman. No. It's an attitude. Whoever he may be, who has this attitude. What is that? Na dveshti na kankshati. One who has no akanksha, no dvesha. Akanksha means expectations, apprehensions, desires. Dvesha means positive hatred. There are some people, they want to be happy only in the absence of something. Or they shall be happy only in the presence of something. Definite like, definite dislike. Not a sannyasi. One who is karma sannyasi, what happens is, he is wedded to inactivity. So activity is his enemy. Are you getting how philosophically you can be destroyed? Psychologically you can be deranged. Because you have been brainwashed to believe no knowledge, no action is going to help you. So you ritualistically given up every action. Now you want to see a movie, you cannot see a movie. You want to do something, you cannot do that. Because you are not supposed to do it. Because you are supposed to be happy without any action. You are supposed to be happy, but you are not happy. So you feel like doing, but you cannot do. You understand the trap in which you are trapped? You are supposed to be happy with yourself, you are not happy. Nor you can do anything. Why? You are a sannyasi. My God. You understand what a tragedy it is. You want to eat something. But you shall say, if my happiness depends on eating, then I am not a happy man, therefore I should not eat. Alright, are you a happy person? No. So neither you are happy, nor can you eat. What happens to you? My happiness should not depend upon touching something or somebody. Are you happy? No. So you are not happy to touch something or somebody. So that is gone, this is gone. You understand the headache? That is why it becomes a, what shall I say? Perversion. Suffering in the name of religion. Do not be like that. Never cheat yourself, please. Never cheat yourself. When you cheat yourself, first victim is you. Of course, others will fall also victim. Because when you live a lie, others will also fall a victim. If you tell that nothing gives me, I am not dependent on anything, you talk about it, then secretly smoke, secretly drink, secretly do things, wonderful. So what type of wisdom is that? Do you understand? Please. You have to watch out. Ask yourself, who is sannyasi? Atma nitya sannyasta. Write down that statement. Atma nitya sannyasta. Atma, the self, the I, eternally renunciate. Oof. One who discovers the truth in himself, one who knows the truth of himself, he is a sannyasi. Such a sannyasi is not a cloth. Sannyasi is not an order. Maybe Krishna's time, Mahabharata time, there are no sannyasis. There are rishis. And all the rishis were married and, unmarried, choices theirs. The rishis, you understood the truth. But Rishanti, who is a rishi? Rishanti, atanti, jananti iti rishi. That is the word meaning also. Who is a rishi? Not dadiwala, long beard, skeletal body. No, not that variety. Rishi means rishanti, jananti, atanti. Those who know the truth, those who roam about happily, freely. No dependent on anything. Choice is theirs. They can settle down one place, hang around also. Choice is theirs. Rishi. Anyway, so sannyasi means what? Sannyasi does not mean a cloth. Today, sannyasi means an ochre cloth. It was not. Sannyasa is a ultimate. Atma, the self, the I, nitya sannyasta. Atma, the I, the awareness, eternally renunciate. So one who discovers himself, he becomes an eternally renunciate. Are you getting that point? Atma, nitya sannyasta, I, the self, eternally renunciate. So one who sees himself, he becomes eternally renunciate. Why is it so? What is the definition you are saying? Please see. Not dveshti na kankshadi. The consciousness, I, the self, unaffected by any condition of the body. See, naturally it remains unaffected by the various conditions of the mind. What does it mean? Please take that beauty. Please take that. So when it remains unaffected by various conditions of the mind, what does it mean? Various conditions of the mind will exist, but it will not be affected. Now what the person try to do in the name of sadhana? Change the mind. Why are you changing the mind? Change yourself. Why are you changing the body? Change yourself. What can you change about the body? Body being what it is, you cannot change it. What you cannot change about it? Asti jayate vardhate viparinata apakshate vinasyati iti shad vikarva sthula sariram. This shall be inevitable nature of the physical body. It is born, growing, metamorphosed, diseased, decaying, dying. It shall die. With the best health it will die, with stupid health also it will die. You cannot keep it. So body will have a health, body will have a disease. Atma unaffected. This is sannyasi. You cannot change the health and the disease condition of the body. You cannot change. You can maintain it. You can maintain the health, no doubt. For some time you can maintain health, but death can you take away from the body? So when the death of the body happens, doesn't affect you. Neither living, makes you secure, nor death makes you insecure. Gatasun, agatasunse, nanu shochanti pandita. Panditaha nanu shochanti. Wise people never grieve, either for gatasun, gatapranan, those who are dead, or those who are alive. Some people are worried about people who are alive. Some people are crying for the people who are dead. When you say that, some people are crying for incidents that are happening, or some people are crying for incidents that have already happened. Same principle. Miserable about the past, worried about the present. Whereas Atma, I, the self, nitya sannyasi. So conditions of the body doesn't affect. Same thing also, conditions of the sense organs doesn't affect. Conditions of the mind also doesn't affect. So one who sees himself, he is a sannyasi. Are you getting that? So who is a sannyasi now? Not the ochre cloth. When am I going to get the red cloth? Oh, so that other people serve you, right? That's a fanciful, disgraceful condition. Mind, yourself, be that reality, sannyasi. Na dveshti na kankshati. Putting on the cloth, but dependent on everything. You are a disgrace to yourself and to everybody. Absolute freedom. You see it for yourself. Do you understand? Nobody shall know with what attitude you are going for a thing. Shall anybody ever know? Who will know your freedom? They will see your behavior. But nobody will know your freedom. Only you shall know for yourself. That is why perception can deceive. Perceptions can deceive if you are trying to interpret the perception. Why shall I try to interpret somebody's lifestyle? Let him do what he wants to do. I am happy with myself. Can you do that? Sannyasi. Gneyasa nitya sannyasi. You are not dveshti. Please remember this. Because traditionally some people, orthodox example is, you must be a sannyasi to know the truth. No. Only when you know the truth, you are a sannyasi. You don't become a sannyasi to know the truth. Only when you know the truth, then only you are a sannyasi. Because Atma, sannyasi, sannyasta, nitya sannyasta, eternally renunciate. And such a person, nirdvando hi mahavaho, sukham vandhat pramuchyate. Hey Mahabhavo, hey Krishna says, hey Arjuna, hey mighty armed one. Such a person, nirdvandva. Why is a sannyasi? Because he is nirdvandva. Dvandva, dvau abhivaktav. The two things. Dvandva. Happiness, unhappiness, good, bad, right, wrong. Iti dvandva. Nirdvandva. Nirgata dvandva yasmat. From whom this dvandva, this conflict completely goes. Shall I do? Shall I not do? Is right? This is wrong. This is good. This is bad. You know that. Shall I do? Shall I do? Shall I not do? Shall I go? Shall I not go? You know that type of indecision. For your happiness sake, there is indecision. Shall I do this? Shall I not do this? Suppose by not doing something you are happy, if you are made to do it, ayyo, heavy reaction. By doing something only you shall be happy. If you are prevented from doing it, again heavy reaction. This is where Dvandva kills you. You understand? A person thinks, why can't I sit down simply for 4 hours? Why should I work? So for him, just take an example. See, listen friends, when I give an example, how many examples can I give? Huh? And whatever example he'll give, it will fit into somebody or the other. It's a human, no? Many people, they listen to the class in the audience, when they listen, after the class they'll come back and, Swamiji, do you read minds? I say, why, what happened? Today you told only for me. When you say, an unhappy person always miserable, Swamiji is talking about me only. Swamiji is talking only about me. It's a general statement. It gets thrown into you, pick up. Whichever fits into you, you pick up. So you think I'm throwing. No, I'm not throwing, you are dragging. It's a general statement. Are you getting that? It's a general statement. If you suppose think, what is your dandva? 3 hours, morning 7 to 8, I must sit down. So that is my happiness depends upon that. And that's what your conviction. Somebody says, 7 o'clock you have to go and wash the kitchen. Cannot. Why? My routine. Okay, then food at 8 o'clock, no routine. Because unless you clean it, 8 o'clock there will be no food available. So that is not, if you stick to this, 8 o'clock don't go for food. No, 8 o'clock food, how? Are you getting that point? That rigidity. Rigidity comes. Raga Dvesha means rigidity. Very rigid. This must be done. Hayyo. Can you move with a rigid person? Think. Suppose somebody guest comes to your house. Sir, what time you want a dinner? Anytime you eat. It's a pleasure to have a fellow like that. What have you got? What do you want for dinner? Whatever you eat. What time you go to sleep? Whenever your light is off. To such a person, will you ever say no? Whenever he comes, door is wide open. Why? That person's presence is not felt in that house. But another person comes, 6 o'clock coffee, 5:55, bang, 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 bang on your door. Why there is no coffee already? Oh boy. 8 o'clock this should be there. 10 o'clock this should be there. Then what shall you say? Go to a hotel, don't come to home. Why? Rigid. On your life, you must be absolutely rigid. On other people's life, you must be flexible. Simple principle. On your life, what you want to do, be rigid. Why? It's your life. You can do as you like. But the moment the other person comes, be flexible. Because you don't know how the other person expects, what the other person likes. Why relationships break down? Simple equation of this. Simple extension of this equation. Relationship breaks down because I don't want to change according to the other person. I have been living in a particular way. Now another person comes in. Either adjust or get lost. Why? You pay the piper. Whoever is superior, are you getting that? Whoever considers more powerful. Suppose the man is more powerful, woman must surrender. Woman is more powerful, man must surrender. Both are powerful, separate. I cannot adjust. Are you getting that? I cannot adjust. You cannot adjust. Then what shall you do? Separate. If you are so smart, if you consider yourself so matured, so smart, you can always stoop to conquer. You can always stoop to conquer. If you are really interested. If you are not interested, of course, you can get out of it. Choice is yours. Is it worth stooping? Suppose you see the person is really nice. There is nothing wrong in falling down. Why? After all, the person is wonderful. Please see. So, dvandva. If dvandva is there, you shall have problems. Whereas, one who sees himself, Atma sannyasi, nitya sannyasta, nirdvandva, there is no more this or that. Body is healthy, beautiful. Unhealthy, also accepted. Something to be done, not to be done. Everything accepted as there. Then you choose. Nothing upsets you, but you do what is to be done on the moment. Body is... Watch out these statements, because silly people will have silly logic. They say, oh, so it doesn't matter body is healthy or alive. What type of philosophy is that? Hey, don't do that. Nonsense. Nobody talks this rubbish. It doesn't matter whether the body is living and dying. Ultimately, if it lives or dies, makes no difference. Because one day it has to die. But keeping the body healthy is the job now. Therefore, I am keeping the body healthy. But in spite of keeping my body healthy, if it dies, let it go. There is no anxiety. Not that, but suppose I choose to die, then choose to die. What's your problem? But don't drag others onto yourself. If you want to die, you die. But let other person should not die with you. Very good. Please. So, nirdvandvahi mahabaho sukham anayasena vandhat pramuchyate. Deha vandhat, mano vandhat pramuchyate. Anayasena, effortlessly the person goes beyond the sense of limitation of the body, sense organs, mind, and the whole world. Why? Because he sees himself. Such a person is sannyasi. So, things do not change, you change. Understand? When the world will understand that to be happy, fulfilled in life, you see yourself. How much we have been lost. Change the road, change the house, change the car, change the hospital, change the health care, change everything. True, true, true. That is for convenience, you can do. But if you try to interpret those changes for your happiness, you shall be totally deluded, disappointed, dejected. It will not work. That is why you can be in the most advanced society, most developed world, but you shall be miserable. Are you getting that point, please? Understand? You can be, if you try to change other things, you can be the most advanced society. Beautiful road, beautiful car, beautiful health system, beautiful banking, beautiful everything. Person confused. Of course, therefore don't say, so what is the idea of development? All right, useless road, useless banking, useless timing table, useless everything. Happy, doubly miserable. At least in a developed society, there is some physical convenience. So that is not the logic for being stupid and unorganized. But there shall be more frustration in the developed society. Why? Because there was a dream. If everything can be changed and fixed, life will be beautiful. Everything changed, but nothing changed about your own happiness. Therefore, greater frustration comes in. Whereas in poverty, when the poor man has a reason to be unhappy, rich man runs out of the excuse. In the poor countries, you have excuses to be miserable. Road is bad, healthcare is bad, political system is useless. You have still some excuses. But over the road system, road is nice, politics is wonderful, everything is nice. Appa, frustrating, more frustration. Your dream goes away. Therefore, please see, change yourself, meaning see yourself, sannyasi. So sannyasi does not mean a cloth, it is not an asrama. Brahmachari, Grihastha, Brahmachari, Sannyas, ashram, that is all in a different context. Sannyasi is Atma, wisdom. That is why sannyasa, jnana lakshana. Sannyasa means wisdom, knowledge. So one who is aware of himself is a sannyasi. Okay, Having told this, now he says, so you better know that truth for yourself. And then it comes very nicely. You tell now, read. This sannyasa and the yoga, both the sannyasa, this jnana and the karma yoga, both are one and the same. Read the next one. Sankhya yogo pruthagvalaha pravadanti na panditaha ekamapyasthitas samyak uvayor vindate phalam. Sankhya yogo pruthagvalaha pravadanti na panditaha ekamapyasthitas samyak uvayor vindate phalam. Now she beautifully brings the two things together. Sannyasa, that word has now changed to Sankhya. Okay? Sannyasa karmanam Krishna punar yogam cha sansasi. Two words are using, sannyasa and yoga. Now he has replaced that word sannyasa to Sankhya. Both are same thing. Sankhya, jnana. Sannyasa also jnana lakshana. Both are same thing. Sankhya yoga pruthagiti bala pravadanti na pandita. People, those who differentiate between karma yoga and sannyasa, the knowledge, jnana, they are babies, not pandita, not wise people. That is where the fighting goes on. The learned scholars will be fighting. Karma is superior or jnana is superior? Karma yoga is better or jnana yoga is better? Please see the discussion. Karma is superior or jnana is superior? Ask, what is the context? Please. What is the context? If you are talking in the context of absolute knowledge, because that is the revelation in the scripture about yourself, the absolute knowledge. Yes, in the affairs of the absolute knowledge, karma will not help. Why? Because I am going to know about myself. Okay. Suppose it is matters of the relative achievements, karma is essential. Without action, you cannot function. Remember that beginning examples. Why do you go to school? For education. Why do you want education? For the sake of job. Why do you go for the job? For the sake of money. Why do you want money? For the sake of things. Why do you want things? For the sake of happiness. And where is the happiness? In the education, job, money? No. All these things, when you look for it, ultimately I want happiness. Where is the happiness? It is in myself. Now, since happiness is myself, when you get educated, you are educated. When you have money, you are rich. When you have things, you have things, but you are not happy. So even though you have all these things at your disposal, you are rich, you are educated, but you are not happy. As even all these things, your education, your security, your money will not make you happy because you don't find the happiness where it is. Same way also, just because you find happiness in yourself, automatically you are not going to be rich, educated, secured. Are you getting that point, please? Just because you have got education, you have the job, you have the money, as you don't become automatically happy, just because you discover happiness yourself, that will not make you automatically rich or educated. Are you getting that example? Very clear. To be rich, to be educated, do something. Karma is necessary. To be happy. But when you confuse, you get confused. What is the confusion? To be happy, I need not do anything. Therefore the person completely gives up the action. No. To be happy, you cannot do anything. But to sustain yourself, you must do everything. Because to sustain myself, I must do everything. Therefore, to be happy also, I must do everything. No, extension of logic is not possible. So, clearly you understand. For the knowledge of the self, karma is not necessary. For the sake of other achievements, karma is necessary. Now, our life's pursuit begins not with pursuit for happiness, but pursuit for security. Long before you know you want absolute happiness, absolute joy, we are already looking for education, job, money, how many things? Are you getting that? So, all these experiences leave behind solid impressions. When they leave behind solid impressions, and in spite of all my achievements, all my knowledge, all my experience, I am still not happy in life. But in all those experiences, there are certain sensations which are very strong. A sound, a touch, or a taste, or a smell, or a relationship, very, very strong. It has given me certain moments of escapade, moments of forgetfulness. So when somebody says, to be happy you need not do anything, you start doubting, is it really true? Because this also gives happiness, because you don't understand what it is. Please appreciate. So to such a person, if you want to say, to be happy you do not do anything, logically the person will understand, to be where I am, I don't have to travel, I don't have to move in a little. To be happy, to be happiness that I am, I need not do anything, but your mind is full of these ideas. Memories are very strong. Drinking, smoking, touching, tasting, smelling, very strong impressions are there inside. Please listen. Such a person will doubt the declaration of the scripture and the teacher, that Sravana Matrena Jnanam, by listening you shall get it. Because that person's question will be, if by listening I should get it, how come everybody is not getting it? When he says, how come everybody is not getting it, he is included. How come I am not getting it? He says, how come everybody is not getting it? But what is his problem is not everybody not getting it. His problem is himself not getting it. If I have listened, how come I am not getting it? So that becomes like a challenge to the teacher. It's true. Sravana matrena jnanam. If you listen, you are the 10th man listens and goes. But I have listened, I am the happiness. I didn't get the knowledge. What happened? Then how do you say this knowledge works? Okay, if it doesn't work, this Sravana, these words do not give you the knowledge, it is either because of the two mistakes. Either the person who is handling the pramana, the teacher, or the person is not ready. You have seen all that. So if the teacher is right, suppose other people understand, then you must prepare your mind. Suppose the teacher is wrong, hopeless case. Everybody is finished. Tradition is wrong, everybody is finished. But suppose the teacher is right, and he knows how to reveal this truth, the person now looks at his mind. Why is it that I do not understand? It is because all these impressions, thoughts are there in my mind, wrong ideas, literally streaming inside, like free radicals, continuously hanging around. So many thoughts are there. I am the happiness, so nice to listen. But God, so many memories, restless. For such a person, karma yoga necessary. So, Sankhya, Yoga, both are needed. If you get the knowledge just like that, that means you are already prepared. Suppose you are not getting it, Yoga. You start with Karma Yoga, then go into Sankhya. Are you getting that? It is like, first you prepare yourself, then go into the Vichara. It's not that first I prepare myself, then you go to Vichara. As you are listening, doing the Vichara, your preparation also will take place. Because that is why, as you go on listening, your wrong notions start getting eliminated. So you are preparing yourself. Without the Antakarana Suddhi, Pramana will not work. Without the preparedness of your mind, the knowledge will not take place. Are you getting that? It's like, remember that example. The flower is here, eyes are here, mind must be there. Flower is there. Suppose the eyes are defective, knowledge will not take place. Eyes can see, flower is seen, but mind is somewhere. Again, knowledge will not take place. Are you getting that? So, what shall you do with it? Your mind must be ready, your eyes also must be ready. The flower is already there. Truth is already there. You are already with yourself. Your mind must be ready. And what is the means of knowledge? Sabda, Pramana. The teacher must be right. So teacher is right. You are ready. You cannot escape being yourself. So by chance you are not being yourself, either the teacher is not teaching properly or you are not ready. Are you getting that point, please? Now, if the teacher is teaching properly, your preparation continues. Teaching itself becomes a preparation. As you listen, many cobwebs go away. As you listen, many wrong ideas get destroyed. That is why, as you listen, that itself becomes a Sravana, Manana, Nitidhyasana. You are listening, you are contemplating, and you are also counteracting your ideas. Oh, I made a mistake here. Never again. This is the wrong thing. I won't be falling prey to this. You are seeing it very clearly. That is where it's like you are under the scanner, self-correcting scanner. It's so beautiful. Self-correcting. Teacher shows it, but you correct yourself. You see it for yourself. Oh my God, really, I'm goofing up. Hey, what did I do? Why did I get angry? Why am I getting upset? What am I doing here? Why did I get so reacting so heavily? For what? You correct yourself. The more you do it, the more happier you become. You understand? You become so confident. Why? Right track. You know, how you feel. You understand? When you do that and winning over a little of these past habits gives you enormous power. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Already you've seen it. A little bit of it. Suppose one day you are supposed to explode, but you did not. You don't feel you are a weakling. You go back. My God. What is the idea of winning over that fellow in logic? Now I have won over my anger. Thank God. You congratulate yourself. What people usually try to do is, you are wrong. You are putting down somebody you feel strong. That is not strength. If putting down somebody you feel strong, other fellow who puts you down will make you feel you are a rat. But when you put down your own anger, your own hatred, your own jealousy, no reactions. No reactions means understand. Reactions will come, but you don't succumb to it. After some time, even reactions don't come. If you don't believe it, wait for some time. It's a human, it's human to react. It's human to react. Nonsense. It's subhuman to react. It's only animals react to everything. Human being can choose to react. And when you choose to react, you are not reacting. You understand? You choose to react. Understand? So Karma Yoga becomes, please understand, the preparation. So without that Karma Yoga preparation, Antakarana Suddhi, preparedness of the mind, knowledge will not take place. So Sankhya, Yoga, are they separate or same? Like naming the road in India. Mahatma Gandhi Road. Then inside that road, there is, what is that, Gandhi Road, there is Patel Road, there is some other road, Nehru Road, I don't want to take all that names. When you see that road, this road, what road is this? Right in front of an ashram. Where does this road go? Bangalore, right? Some fellow say Arni. Arni Road, Bangalore Road, Girivalam Road, Adiyanamale Road, Ashram Road. How many roads are there? One road. From one bit to other bit, up to this bit, Ashram Road. From this bit to this bit, Arni Road. From this bit to this bit, another road. Another Bangalore Road. Road. Same thing. Karma Yoga, Bhakti, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, are they separate roads? Same thing. That is why, did you understand what I say? Sankhya Yoga Pruthagiti Bala Vadanti. That is why when people stubbornly sit down there and argue, knowledge is superior. Okay, give me a break. Don't ask them to give a break. Take a break and go. Because discussing nonsense with idiots is a waste of time. Knowledge is superior. Be knowledgeable. Who says not? Please appreciate. Kevala karma sannyasat karma yoga vishesha. That is why you can talk to people who are karma yogi. Devotees, accepting the result as it is. You can talk to them people. There is humility, modesty. But the person who is talking about jnana, knowledge is superior. Why are you doing this? It becomes very difficult to talk to them. Understand? Because Sankhya and Yoga, Pruthak, they are separate. No. Sankhya and Yoga are the two names of the same road. Where shall you begin? Where are you? Where are you? If you are not prepared, start with preparation. You are prepared, boom, go straight to the knowledge. Choice is yours. Please understand, friends, nobody comes fully prepared. That Uttama Adhikari is very rare. Very, very rare. First you expose yourself to knowledge, and as you listen, you prepare yourself. Because then you start to live L-I-V-E, not L-E-A-V-E. You start to live according to your understanding. That is where you put your life under the scanner of this wisdom. Sama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Sama. Do you have the Manonigraha? Oh, yes. Why am I reacting? Stupid I am. You blame yourself. Your preparation starts. You don't go on complaining. Other people are inconvenienced, other people are creating problem for me. No, nobody is creating anything for yourself. But he makes me angry. Give again a break. Don't say that. That fellow makes you angry. Remember that example. If you put a matchstick into the water, will it be conflagration? The match will go. If you put it in the petrol, boom. If there is no anger in you, who can make you angry? Try. If there is no anger in you, can somebody make you angry? What is thrown? Boom. Suppose you are water. Understand? Not that, therefore, ideal. You should be water. Why should you be water? You can't be water. You can be petrol also. But don't explode. Possibility in yourself also there are possibility. Suppose you're in a happy mood. You're in a happy mood. Somebody tells you something. What do you say? Ha ha ha. You laugh. You are in a stupid mood. The same statement, boom, explode. From that you can appreciate that people don't affect you. You are affecting yourself. So more and more you observe, you prepare yourself. So once you prepare yourself, Sankhya, knowledge becomes big. So Sankhya, Yoga, Pruthagiti, see the beautiful, Bala Pravadanti. Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, they do not make knowledge superior, action inferior. Each one has its place. Some person, to whom shall you say action, knowledge is very important? The person who is stubbornly holding on to action and thinking that is the ultimate. To that person you should hit his head. Are you getting that? Just like the person who holds on to knowledge alone, then you have to literally pull the carpet from under his feet by telling that how come you are angry, how come you are restless, how come you are jealous, because karma yoga you have not done, your attitude is not right. Exactly the same way, the person who is swearing by karma that only these things should be done, what has happened to you in life? You have done such a thing for such a long time. Are you happy? If holding on to that action you think you are very happy, if you are prevented doing it, you will be miserable. You are stuck on that action. Oh. So you are not, are you getting that? You see the perspective very clearly. It is not a logic to pull people's, people pull the carpet from under feet of the people. But you see things so clearly, you know where to give what, how much importance to give what. Both are beautiful. Are you getting that? Pravadanti, Bala Pravadanti, children will say, that is why the unnecessarily argument you should not indulge in. Clearly appreciate. Ekamapi astita samyak, ubhayor vindate phalam. Ekamapi astita samyak anushtita. Samyak astita, samyak anushtita. In any one of these two, please see the beauty of this statement. If you abide in any one of the two correctly, ubhayor vindate phalam, you shall get the result. Be a karma yogi, live with right attitude, expose yourself to this knowledge, you cannot escape it. Or expose yourself to this right knowledge and live according to that knowledge, karma yoga is natural. Are you getting that? Where from shall I begin? Wherever you are. Can you begin from where you are or where you should be? When you travel, when you start your journey, do you start from where you should be or where you are? Your journey doesn't start with the destination. Your journey starts with where you are. Expose yourself to knowledge. As you are exposing yourself to this knowledge, then you know. I have certain, you can see. Because as I told you, the teaching is like a scanner, it's like a mirror. Puts you into that. If the teacher is proper, you clearly see yourself, your ugliness, your beauty. Everything you can see very clearly. Ekamapi astita samyak. You do one thing correctly. You want knowledge? Okay, think. Just think. Be a thinker. No compromise in your thinking. If you are like that, your lifestyle will automatically reflect what you are thinking. Or suppose, Oh, thinking is so difficult. Can't catch it at the level of the mind. All right, catch it at the level of the body. That is your lifestyle. Catch at the level of your body. We have seen all these things in Tattva Bodha classes. Catch at the level of your body. Can you catch the moment the anger comes there? Oh, no. Coming. Mr. Hero is coming. The ahangar begins. Oh, here it begins. You will enjoy the arrival of the hero. Other day will call it whatever you like. You are conscious and you will not succumb to it. Suppose you cannot. Oh, now you are already at the level of the body. You are going to do that. No. I won't speak. Or cannot resist, all right, I speak. But suppose after speaking, somebody retaliates, does something to me. Thank you. Punished, hit back. You are punished, you are hit back. But you don't retaliate. Why? You are sadhana. This is sadhana. That is why when you are studying these things, when other people are critical of you, they are pulling your leg, they are commenting on you, they are, seemingly destroying you, they are your great preceptors, gurus, your testers. Appa. Even after the person talking like that, I didn't. Nice, thank you. They test your wisdom. So retaliation, how long it takes to retaliate, tell me? To retaliate, how long it takes? Boom. It's like irresponsible commentary. How is that fellow? Idiot. How much you thought? How does that fellow live? He's an idiot. What is he doing? He's a rascal. That fellow, he's a rogue. How much you are thinking? Whatever word comes to you, you just give. That is a retaliation. Uncontrolled retaliation. Anger, hatred, jealousy. Uncontrolled. What is uncontrolled? Uncontrolled is you start getting angry, shivering, crying, breaking down, miserable, and it lasts for hours. You think what the other person is thinking, and the reaction to the other person is days together. It sits on your head. That is why the person feels loaded inside. You feel loaded. That is, you are not carrying any load on your head, but you are carrying a huge load in your head. That is why life is so... Because in your head there is a big load. When that load goes away, you can carry any load on your head, any responsibility. Why? Happy-go-lucky. You don't feel any way burdened in your life because, happy. What shall I do? Anytime, anywhere. Why? You are free. How much can you do? You have got so much of energy, people can provide you action. All depends. Are you getting that point? So, ekamapi is astita samyak. So, be a jnana yoga, go into vichara, perfect. Or start with karma yoga. Uvayor vindate phalam. Both ways. Look at, certain people who are not intelligent enough, smart enough to think. Start with the small little activities. It's very good because that's a language you learn. Ordinary people cannot think. Don't initiate them into thinking. It doesn't work. The person who can think, go into thinking. And then help him to change his living according to his thinking. Then becomes beautiful. So both are wonderful. So which one is better? Sankhya or karma? Like that boy, Mullah, he asked, I want to learn music. Mullah wants to learn music. He goes to a music teacher. Can you teach me music? Yes. How much do you charge? 60 rupees for first month, because you are so stupid, I have to overwork. So 60 rupees for first month. 40 rupees for the second month. 20 rupees third month onwards. Then he said, all right, you start with the third month. Why are you laughing? Yes, nobody can start with the third month, right? Right way. Karma Yoga, you have to prepare yourself. Once you do that, you need not do anything. Just listen with attitude. Can you start with listen and attitude? Doesn't work. That is why most people fail. Understand? Logic is very strong. Our Swamiji, while teaching us, he will be, one day he gave a nice example. They call it Saptavadai, seventh Vadai Nyayam. Seventh Vadai Nyaya is, one fellow goes to a shop, Sapad Rama. You know Sapad Raman, the hotel name is Sapad Raman. The fellow goes there and he asks him, can I have, you have vadai? Yes. Will it satisfy me? Will it satisfy my hunger? He said, yes. How much it charges? He said, you eat. He said, okay. Then, how much vadai? Each one, how much vadai cost? 1 rupee. One vadai, 1 rupee. So he ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vadai he ate. Then this fellow said, sir, you have to give 7 rupees. He said, how can you do that 7 rupees? How can I take 7 rupees? He said, why? You ate 7. He said, no, what did you tell me? Will it satisfy my hunger? What did you say? Yes. The 7th one only satisfied my hunger. So I must pay only for the 7th vadai. Can you say that? Same way. Knowledge only will satisfy me. Therefore, Karma Yoga useless. No. You have to do the Karma Yoga. Attitude with the right type of living. That is why nothing is superior, nothing is inferior. You decide where you begin. Both are same. Yat sankhya prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhya cha yogam cha yapashyati sapasyati yat sankhya prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate ekam sankhya cha yogam cha yapashyati sapasyati. So yat sthanam sankhya prapyate tad yogairapi gamyate. Yat sthanam, that yat sthanam jnannishtaihi, yat sthanam mokshaksham. That moksha, that freedom, happiness, fulfillment, whatever you say, you get by sankhya. Sankhya means what? Jnananishthaihi, sannyasivihi, jnananishtha. By jnananishtha, whatever you get by this jnananishtha, tad yogairapi gamyate. The same thing you get by karma yoga. What is yogairapi? Yogairapi means, very nicely says, jnana prapti upayatvena ishvare samarpya karmani atmanah phalam anavisandhaya anutishtanti te yoginapi paramartha jata sannyasa prapti dvarena gamyate iti abhipraya. Same, both are same thing. Yogairapi gamyate. Jnananishtha, those who recognize themselves, Sankhya, they get moksha. Yogairapi gamyate. Those people who start with the Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga is, you saw the principle, third, second chapter. Karmanyavadhikarame ma phaleshu kadachana. I have full privilege over the action. Over the result of action, I have no control. Why? Ishvara arpana buddhi. Ishvara samarpya karma. Ishvara arpana buddhi. You do all your action, but accept result as it is. Therefore, there is no raga dvesha, no reaction to the result of action. Your mind is prepared. Do you understand it? Have you put it into practice in your life sometimes? Like suppose you are doing something, a person comes and says, why are you doing like this? You are not supposed to do like this. Tell me, how do you react to that? Just think for yourself. Just take an imaginary situation. You are doing something, somebody comes and says, why are you doing like this? Just somebody tells, he is mad. That person is insane. But he talks like that. How do you react? If you also retaliate, not only the other person is insane, you are also insane. When you are a karma yogi, and the person, why are you doing like that? Okay, what do you want me to do? Like this. All right, we'll see. You tell Ishvara, God had told me to do this. Now, that is why Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Either by God, Ishvara, or it is absolute knowledge. You are conscious. We shall see the little later on it will come. Brahmanyadhaya karmani, it will come. That time say that. You can both way you can see that. If you believe in Ishvara, in the beginning stages, it's just a belief. You don't know what God is. But suppose you give it everything to Him. Somebody, there is another power, something else. So I accept it as it is. Like a person was hit by people on the road. And then we brought into the hospital. When he was being taken care, some of his disciples came and said, that person hit you, give us permission, we will hit him. He smiles and says, one hand hit, other hand serving. Ishvara. One hand of God hit me. Another hand of God now serving me, curing me. So why retaliate? Forget it. It's not a story, a beautiful attitude. And this attitude you can live, LIV, you can live only if you are conscious that you have come for absolute knowledge, you are going to be with yourself. If you have come for a power play, you cannot leave that attitude. Suppose you have come for a power play. Who is he to talk to me like that? Oh. So you are come here for superiority, inferiority. That's a different ball game. If you have come, you understand. That is why remembering the reason for which I have come. No work is small, no work is big. Everything is beautiful. Why? That is what I am supposed to do. Bas. Do it? Nice. You cannot do it? Okay. You are free from total reactions. And that type of mind will get it. Why? Your purpose is not to please somebody or to displease somebody, but to be with myself. Are you getting that point? The purpose. Or is it a power game? Who is he to talk to me like that? He is Ishvara talking to you like that. That attitude. He is Ishvara. He is Ishvara testing me out. You don't tell him that. You are Ishvara, you are testing me out. Don't give the donkey the nomenclature of God. The donkey will not understand. If you say you are donkey, you are Ishvara, you are testing me out, then the fellow will be further more insane. Okay? Don't do that. But in your heart of heart, you know, if somebody is talking like that, he is testing me out. Thank you. Thank you. Be alert. then only it will be a blessing. Or else, it doesn't mean. Ekam sankyam ja yogam cha. So, yan sankhi tad yogairapi gamyate. So, whatever you get by knowledge, jnana nishtha, the same thing you get by karma yoga. Karma yoga means not, the mistake comes in when you equate karma yoga with an action. Washing plate in ashram is karma yoga. There is no, are you getting it? There is no karma which is karma yoga. I am doing karma yoga, meaning cleaning the what is that, garden. I am doing karma yoga, meaning watering the plant. I am doing karma yoga, means cleaning the toilet. I am doing karma yoga, meaning standing in front of a gate or looking at the temple. That's not karma yoga. That is a karma. If your attitude is right, then only it becomes a yoga. Why people find it contradiction? Washing plate in ashram is karma yoga, but washing plate in the home is below your dignity, right? In the house you should not wash your plate. Why? Wife. A man, But in the ashram, oh, what nonsense. Like a woman also. 3 o'clock, Guru Maharaj has come. So 3 o'clock she will get up to give the coffee. Husband asks for coffee. Why? What happened to your hand? True. You understand the contradictions. That is why people get lost in the name of religion. There is no action which is karma yoga, the attitude behind it. When with that we do, prepared, knowledge must take place. If you are only preparing, listen, if you are not even preparing, important statement, only if you are preparing and not exposing yourself to knowledge, it is like cleaning the vessel every day but never cooking. Cooking the vessel. That's why a karma yogi is a very decent person, but will never be a wise person. He will be a decent person to talk with. Nice person. Very kind, very modest, very sweet, very accepting, very tolerant, but helpless, miserable, helpless, because there is no strength of wisdom. God doesn't come to life. He doesn't understand what Ishvara is, but he believes in Ishvara. Becomes very peaceful, but doesn't understand. He is the peace, he is the truth, absolute itself. Another person, simply talking, lot of information, no attitude. Papa, difficult to be with that fellow. That is why Vedantins becomes insufferable. The person who talks, but no attitude, no right attitude, insufferable. You can't talk with them. But when both are there, attitude is there, understanding is there. You are a gem, a beauty. Because with the knowledge, karma yoga vidhi is natural. Ekam sankyam cha yogam cha yapasyati sapasyati. So indeed, hey Arjuna, he alone sees, one who sees, ekam sankyam cha yogam cha ekam. Knowledge as well as the karma yoga, both are one and the same. Why? One leads to the other. Sankhya, no, karma yoga leads to Sankhya. And because of this Sankhya, karma yoga is natural. Both are one and the same. That is why okay. Very, very good here. One line Shankara writes, Jnanam apekshya tu sannyasa sankhyamiti. Sannyasa alone, karma sannyasa alone is not sankhya. Jnanam apekshya. only when, like in Hindi says, Jnana Sahita Sannyasa ko मैं सांख्य मानता हूँ. ज्ञान सहित संन्यास. So simply giving up action is not. Jnana sahita. Then only the karma sannyasa is okay. But simple kevala sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. So when you give up action, what it means is start with knowledge. In fact, the best thing is you can't start with the giving up sannyas, giving up action. Get the knowledge. Action will automatically go. It's like, na guru naiva shishya chidananda rupa shivoham siddhoham. There is no guru, no shishya. There is only pure Brahman. Therefore, I start with dropping the guru. There is no disciple and the teacher. Only Brahman alone is there. So, you begin with dropping the teacher. Hey, if the disciple in you doesn't drop out, teacher cannot drop out. Therefore, when you drop out as a student, teacher automatically drops out. When a devotee in you drops out, God also drops out. Only one truth. But a devotee, individuality is there, God is dropped. Then who is sitting there? Donkey sits down there. Gadhe. Proud, arrogant, insolent people rule the roost. Understand? Difficult. Okay? Both are one and the same. With this attitude, where is your sense of superiority? Where is your sense of inferiority? Both are not there. Everything beauty. Okay? And he says, hey Arjuna, Jnanam is definitely beautiful, but read, we shall see tomorrow. Sannyasastu mahabhaho Dukkhamaptum ayogatah Yoga yukto munir brahma Nachirena digacchati. See tomorrow. Hey Arjuna, hey Mahabhava, sannyasa tu dukkhamaptum ayogatah. Without the karma yoga, it is very difficult to get the sannyas, jnanam, knowledge. Meaning, without your preparation, dukkhamaptum ayogatah. Very difficult to get the knowledge. Therefore, preparation must be there. But people, when unprepared, get into this knowledge, and the knowledge doesn't prepare. Knowledge should prepare, but the right type of teaching is not there. So the knowledge also, while listening, it doesn't prepare. And you are already not prepared. Confusion, confusion, confusion. That is why people become so miserable in life. Because only information comes in. No reflection of that wisdom. That is why you become bharasya vaha natu chandanasya. You carry the load of sandalwood, but you never enjoy the fragrance of it. Always miserable. Understand? This wisdom and misery never go together. We'll see that tomorrow. Close your eyes. Ishvara.